My dear child, pause. Right now, in this very moment, before another anxious thought takes hold. Hear me, your Creator, your Father, your God. I have something to say that cannot wait. You think you've been forgotten. You feel like you're drifting, lost, unseen, unworthy. But listen, I have not changed my mind about you. I see the war in your soul, the prayers you whisper through clenched teeth, the dreams you're afraid to believe in again. Yet I am speaking now because this may be the moment everything changes. This is holy ground. There's a purpose in your pain, there's a promise beneath the silence, and there's a breakthrough on the other side of your surrender. So don't scroll away. Don't turn your heart back to the noise. What I'm about to reveal will break the chains you've carried for far too long. This isn't just another message, it's a divine appointment. Stay with me, beloved, because by the end of this video, you will remember who you are, and more importantly, you'll know who I've always been. Yet right now, I want you to know something that is as unchanging as the sun that rises each morning. I have not changed my mind about you. I have not ceased to love you, to protect you, or to hold you tightly in my hands. I see the turmoil within your soul, the moments when you wonder if I have forgotten the dreams I whispered to you, the times you feel unworthy or abandoned. These are tender moments that bear witness to your humanity, but they do not reflect my heart toward you. I am the same unshakable God who crafted you with infinite care, the one who set the stars in their places and breathed life into your being. Nothing about my affection or my purposes has shifted. Even in the silences, even in the clouds of uncertainty, my commitment to you stands firm and unwavering. You may have wrestled with the voices that say, change is coming only if you become different, or that my blessings are conditional upon your perfection. But my child, understand that my love is not fickle. It is rooted in the depths of eternity, not in the fluctuations of time or your circumstances. The foundation of your hope is immovable because I have etched my promises on the fabric of your soul. Remember that when I look at you, I see one beloved and chosen, a masterpiece knit with intention and grace. It does not matter the setbacks you have faced or the wounds you bear. Your place in my heart remains secure. I know you have sometimes felt lost, as if the path ahead dissolves into fog and the promises I made appear clouded by your mistakes or the world's chaos. But my dear, these feelings do not rewrite the truth. You are still under my covenant of love. This is a truth I want you to anchor deep within your spirit. I have not changed my mind about the future I have for you, the hope that pulses in your chest, the dreams you hold when no one else sees. They are locked in the chamber of my purposes. Nothing can dismantle the plans I have woven, especially for you. Listen to this confidence now. Let your heart cease its frantic hammering against doubt and fear. Breathe in the quiet assurance that it is I who holds the timeline of your life. The seasons may shift like the wind changes direction, but my devotion to you remains steadfast, constant, and sure. I am not like a fading ember that loses its glow or a leaf drifting aimlessly. I am the eternal flame that burns without dimming. I am the rock that stands when the storms rage around you. I will not forsake you or alter the course I have marked out for your good. I see the tears you have shed, the prayers you have whispered in the hollow of the night. I treasure every moment you have turned toward me, even when your faith was small or trembling. You are never too far from my heart to be unreachable. Whenever you feel empty or uncertain, remember this: I have not changed my mind about you. My plans for you are alive and thriving, even if they unfold in quiet and unseen ways. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved beyond comprehension. In this moment, I invite you to surrender your fears and your doubts to me. Bring me the parts of your soul that feel weary and uncertain. Let me enfold you in the infinite embrace of my peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding and casts out fear. Trust that my promises are not fleeting shadows, but eternal truths. I am here, holding you close, even when you cannot see or feel me plainly. Will you believe me this time? Will you allow your heart to rest in my faithfulness? This is the beginning of a new season of trust, one where you rise above the shifting tides of human circumstance and anchor your soul in the unshakable truth of my unchanging love. I have not changed, my dear, and I will never stop loving you. Let this truth settle in you. My dear child, I see the weight you carry, the quiet burden that presses upon your heart like the night sky heavy with clouds, waiting for rain that seems never to come. I know the ache of longing within you, that restless stirring that makes your spirit uneasy and your mind labor with questions. You may not speak these worries aloud, yet I have heard the silent cries and felt the tremble of your soul in those moments when you believed yourself utterly alone. There's a tender truth I want you to hold on to, something enduring beyond the shadows that chase your footsteps. When the world around you feels uncertain, when hope flickers like a faint candle in a dark room, know that I am there, steadfast and unwavering. My presence has never left you. I am the breath beneath your wings, the quiet refuge in the storm. Even when my voice seems distant, my love surrounds you like a gentle river, flowing relentlessly to nurture your spirit and wash away the dust of despair. Sometimes the path you walk appears fraught with obstacles, unexpected trials, misunderstandings, and moments where your confidence wanes. Yet these moments are not my abandonment, but invitations to lean into me more deeply. Like a master potter, I gently shape and sculpt you through adversity, using the very struggles you face to refine your character and build a strength that does not come from the fleeting approvals of the world. In your brokenness, you become a vessel fit for greater truths, for more profound joys. My patience with you knows no end, for time moves differently with me. What seems delayed from your perspective is, in my divine design, perfectly timed for your healing, growth, and transformation. I am weaving a tapestry with threads unseen, drawing together every fragment of your life into a masterpiece that reflects my glory. This process requires surrender, a willingness to trust beyond what your eyes can discern, and to rest in the knowledge that I am weaving goodness even when it feels like all is broken. I understand how difficult it is for your weary heart to grasp my timing. There will be days when silence feels so loud it drowns out your hope, when prayers linger unanswered like footprints in shifting sand. But remember, my silence is never neglect. It is the space where I prepare your heart, where seeds of faith are nestled in fertile soil, waiting patiently to sprout into vibrant life. This silence is my invitation to trust me more deeply, to seek me with persistent longing, even when the way ahead seems obscured. Comfort comes not in the absence of difficulty, but in the assurance of my presence. I am the shadow in your weary hours, the gentle hand that steadies you when you stagger. I know every tear you have shed. I collect them, not as tokens of defeat, but as precious drops that water the garden of your soul. Let this truth settle within you. Your pain is not ignored or forgotten, but tenderly held close by me, the God who loves without condition or end. There is no mistake too large for my forgiveness, no past too dark to extinguish my light. When you stumble, know that I extend my hand, ready to lift you up and breathe new life into tired bones. Shame tries to shroud you in its heavy cloak, whispering lies that you are unworthy or beyond hope. But I tell you now, my beloved, you are radiant with my love. Every day is an opportunity to awaken to this truth, to cast off the chains that bind your heart to regret and to walk forward in the freedom I so gladly offer. You do not have to carry your burdens alone, for I have made a place within myself where your spirit can find rest. Come as you are, broken, battered, searching, and let my embrace be your sanctuary. There, in the quiet intimacy of my presence, your soul can be restored, renewed, and made whole. Allow me to be your refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Will you rest in this promise, child? Will you trust the arms that cradle you, though you cannot yet see the full horizon? The journey may feel long, and the night may seem endlessly dark, but dawn is always near when you walk beside me. Keep your gaze fixed on the light that never fades, the eternal love that calls you by name. I am waiting, ready to meet you in your deepest need. When your heart stirs with unease, do not turn away. Lean into the truth of my presence, and let my comfort heal the ache inside. Do not fear the moments of silence or the seasons of waiting, for I am at work unseen, crafting beauty from your struggles. My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Trust in my perfect timing, child, and know that no matter how uncertain the path may seem, I am with you always, guiding each step with tender care. Will you believe me this time? My dear child, as you journey deeper into the understanding of my presence amidst your wounds, I want you to see yourself not through the eyes of your past mistakes or brokenness, but as I see you, a masterpiece crafted with divine intention and infinite worth. You are not defined by the shadows that sometimes cloud your path or the voices that echo doubts within your mind. Your spiritual identity is anchored deeply in my unwavering love and the very breath that I breathe into your being. Consider the potter shaping the clay, gently molding it through persistent hands. Even when the vessel seems cracked or misshapen to human eyes, the potter's vision remains clear. A beautiful creation uniquely designed for purpose. In this sacred analogy, I am the potter, and you are the clay. Every flaw you perceive is an opportunity for my hands to refine and perfect you. Trust in this process, my dear, for I do not discard any part of my handiwork. Instead, I cherish every curve and contour, every scarred edge and polished surface. Your worth is not contingent upon your accomplishments or the opinions of others, for these are fleeting and often misleading. Your worth stems from your identity as my beloved, chosen, and treasured. No circumstance, no failure, no sin can diminish the value I have placed on you. When the world whispers that you are less than enough, listen instead to my voice, which cries out love and belonging over your spirit. You are enough, not by your own merit, but because I have clothed you in righteousness and wrapped you in grace that surpasses understanding. I see the battles you face within, the struggles to reconcile who you were with who I am calling you to be. These internal conflicts may bring confusion and weariness, but they are not without purpose. They are a part of the sanctification journey, the blossoming of a soul growing into maturity and strength. Amid this process, do not lose sight of your true essence. You are a holy creation, bearing my image, designed with gifts and talents meant to radiate my glory. Stand firm in this truth, even when the tempest rages, because the storm will pass and you will emerge refined and renewed. There may be moments when guilt and shame attempt to choke the life out of your spirit. These emotions, though heavy, are not insurmountable barriers. They are invitations to come closer to me, to lay down your burden and accept the forgiveness I so freely offer. Do not let these feelings become cages that imprison your heart. They are but shadows cast by the enemy to cloud your vision of my redemption. When these weights press upon you, remember that a love such as mine will never abandon you, but will lift you higher than your circumstances. In the quiet spaces of your soul where doubt creeps, I am present, steady and sure. Even when my silence feels overwhelming, It is a space I use to cultivate your faith, to teach you to lean not on human understanding, but on the assurance of my promises. Trust is born in these moments of waiting and uncertainty, like roots growing deep beneath the soil unseen, preparing you to withstand every trial. Rest in the shelter of my faithfulness, child, and allow your heart to hear my whispers of hope amidst the storms. I am inviting you now to take a moment to reflect deeply on who you are in me. Let this truth settle in you. You are my beloved, crafted with eternal love, unshakable worth, and a destiny that no one can steal or diminish. You belong to me, and in this belonging you find unending peace. Whenever doubts arise or wounds sting anew, return to this identity. Speak it aloud, write it down, hold it close to your heart. Let it become the foundation upon which your life stands, immovable and secure. Remember, my dear, identity is not merely about who you are now, but who you are becoming through my grace. Each day, allow me to shape you anew. Let your heart be open like fertile ground, ready to receive the seeds of my word and love. Do not become discouraged by the pace of transformation. The most precious gardens bloom slowly and require seasons of tending. I am with you every step, watering, nurturing, and encouraging growth in ways you cannot yet see. There is a divine orchestra playing in your soul, with each note of your life contributing to a beautiful symphony only you can manifest. Embrace your originality and celebrate the qualities that make you distinct. You were never meant to fit into a mold manufactured by society's standards or the expectations of others. You were designed by me, with a unique melody reflecting heavenly purposes and eternal significance. Sing this song of identity boldly, knowing that I delight in your harmony. Take a moment now to ask your heart, what parts of your identity have been distorted by pain or deception? Where have you allowed fear or shame to dictate what you believe about yourself? Bring these to me and let me shed light on them. Let me unwrap layers of misunderstanding and replace them with the radiant truth of who you are in me. This is my invitation to healing, to walk out of the shadows of false identity into the glorious light of my acceptance. As you walk this path of discovering your true worth, remember that you are never alone. I am ever near, your closest companion, the source of all life and love. My presence does not waver, even when yours does. I delight in your journey, cheering you on when the road is rough and celebrating every step forward. Take courage in this truth and persevere. Your identity is not static, it is alive and growing, wrapped in the eternal arms of my love. Let this be your meditation today. You are beloved, worthy beyond measure, and beautifully made in my image. Let this identity become the lens through which you view every challenge and triumph. Let it transform your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Will you believe me this time? Will you let my truth be the foundation of your soul's becoming? I invite you to rest in this love, for in it you are truly free. Let your heart take this affirmation deep within. You are my child, forever cherished and never forgotten. This truth is your refuge. Whenever life tries to whisper lies about who you are, let this divine affirmation echo louder. Knowing your worth in me will shield you from every assault of despair and doubt. Stand in this truth today and watch as it brings healing, strength, and a renewed spirit, ready to walk boldly into the destiny I have laid before you. My beloved, I understand the heavy weight that doubt and fear can place upon your heart. These feelings often come as shadows in the quiet moments, whispering untruths that threaten to unravel the fragile fabric of your faith. Yet I want you to know that I am near, closer than your very breath, even when the silence around you seems profound and endless. Fear does not have the last word, because I am your refuge and your fortress, a shelter in the storm that cannot be shaken. The winds may howl, and the darkness may deepen, but my presence within you is a steadfast light that will not be extinguished. Consider for a moment the nature of those fears you carry. Are they fears of the unknown, of what lies ahead in the murky depths of tomorrow, or are they rooted in past wounds, reminders of moments when you felt betrayed, abandoned, or unseen? Whatever shape your anxieties take, understand this: they do not define you. You are not the sum of your worries, nor the product of your anxieties. You are a child who was formed with intention, molded by my hands, and cherished beyond all comprehension. When doubt threatens to whisper lies, remember that my truth is unwavering, and it stands as a fortress for your soul. The journey through fear and doubt is not one you must walk alone. In fact, these moments often serve as invitations to draw nearer to me, to lean into the promise that while uncertainty may surround you, my love remains certain. Fear blurs vision, it distorts reality, but my love pierces through the mist, revealing a path where you might have believed none existed. After the earliest dawns that have ever broken, the promise of light always follows darkness. In your life, this cycle repeats endlessly, holding a divine assurance that I am working all things for your good, even when shadows seem unyielding. I am eternally patient with your fears, understanding the depths of your heart more than you can grasp. There is no condemnation in my gaze, only a tender invitation to bring your worries before me. Speak honestly. Do not conceal your doubts out of fear that they might make you less faithful. Faith thrives not in perfection, but in the courage to keep coming back, to acknowledge your uncertainties while choosing to trust me anyway. When you feel your heart faltering, let this be your anchor. I am greater than your doubts, stronger than your fears, and my promises will not fail you. The process of surrendering your fears into my hands is not instantaneous. It requires a daily, sometimes moment-by-moment, yielding to my care. Like a child learning to trust a parent's steady hand across a busy street, you must learn to place your hand in mine, again and again, even when the path is unclear. Through this repetition, trust deepens, becoming a foundation upon which courage can rise. My beloved, this is not a journey of ease, but it is a journey toward liberation, where your heart will come to know a peace that surpasses all understanding. Reflect now on the ways I have led you through previous seasons of trial and upheaval. Perhaps you recall moments when your heart shook with uncertainty, yet in hindsight you saw my hand guiding you to a place of greater strength and clarity. These moments are a testament to faithfulness that never wavers, even when your sight fails. Do not lose sight of the patterns woven through your life, my grace working quietly and steadily, often unseen, yet always present. This is the essence of my relationship with you, a steady presence through every high and low, every joyous triumph, and every valley of despair. Will you take this to heart and allow me to quiet the storm within you? Will you welcome my voice into the places where fear has taken root? There is no shame in wrestling with doubt. Rather, it is a sacred opportunity to experience my nearness in a more intimate way. When you feel the pull to withdraw, hear instead my invitation to draw closer, to rest in the assurance that you are not navigating your fears alone. I am here, always here. Let this truth settle in you, for it is the lifeline that will hold you steady through every tempest. The love that I have for you is not contingent on your strength or your bravery. It is a boundless love that embraces you in all your vulnerability. I see the trembling parts of your heart, and I cherish them. Your fear does not disqualify you from my grace. It invites an encounter with it that can transform despair into hope. As you tread this path of surrender, know that I am gently shaping your heart into one that is resilient yet tender, courageous yet humble. This transformation happens not through your efforts, but through your openness to my work within you. In this moment, I call you to place your fears at my feet. Release them as if casting burdens into a deep, flowing river that carries them far away. Trust me to hold you when the echoes of your worries threaten to overtake you. I am the whisper that calms the tempest, the gentle hand that steadies your trembling soul. Your journey through fear is not a mark of failure, but a sacred pilgrimage toward deeper faith and trust. Keep taking steps toward me, even when they feel small or uncertain, because each step draws you closer into the fullness of the peace I have prepared for you. Take time, beloved, to breathe deeply, to quiet your heart, and to rest in my presence. Feel the encompassing warmth of my love surrounding you like a tender cloak. Let go of the heavy weight you have been carrying alone and invite me to share the burden. You were never meant to carry these fears by yourself. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace is sufficient for all that you face. Will you believe me this time and open your heart fully to the peace I offer? The path beyond doubt awaits the courage born from trust in my unchanging nature. Know this: no matter how fierce the fear, no matter how persistent the doubt, you will never be left alone to face them. I have already conquered the darkness, and my victory is yours to claim. Stand firm, my dear, in the assurance that the light I bring pierces every shadow. As you continue in this journey, let your heart be a sanctuary of trust, a place where fear loses its power and faith takes root deeply and unshakably. Hold this truth close, for it will sustain you when the night seems long and the way uncertain. Let this invitation linger within you. Bring every trembling thought, every restless worry to me. Let them unfold like petals opening to the sun, revealing the beauty and healing that only I can provide. You are sacred, deeply loved, and eternally held in my embrace. Rest now, not in avoidance of your fears, but in the confident knowing I am guiding your steps through and beyond them. In this sacred resting place, you will find the courage to rise, to trust, and to live fully in the light of my unwavering presence. My beloved, you often find yourself walking through shadows of fear and doubt, the kind that whisper lies about your worth and the path you are on. I see those silent battles waged within your heart, battles that leave you paralyzed, hesitant to step forward into the light I have already prepared for you. Fear is a cunning thief, stealing joy from moments meant to be blessings, and doubt, like a dense fog, obscures the clarity of my promises. But I want you to understand that these feelings are not your captors. They are invitations to lean deeper into me. Fear is not an absence of faith, but a veil that I am gently parting with the light of my presence. When you feel alone in your struggle, remember that I am beside you, closer than your own breath, guiding your footsteps like a shepherd tending his flock. The trembling in your heart is not a sign of failure, but an opportunity for me to reveal the strength wrought from surrendering your anxieties into my hands. Consider the mighty oak swaying in the storm, yet rooted so deeply that no tempest can uproot it. Your soul is like that tree, my child. Underneath the shaking you think shows weakness, there is a steadfast root in me that holds firm. But doubt, oh how it claws at the spirit. It asks questions that seem to mock your belief and tries to sabotage every whisper of my truth. When doubt rises like waves threatening to drown you, I am not distant or unconcerned. I am the hand reaching through the turmoil, the quiet voice assuring you that not one moment of your life is without purpose or my attentive care. I do not chide your questions. I welcome them as gateways to a faith that is tested and proven, like gold refined in fire. Do not allow doubt to be your sentence, but rather the call to seek me more ardently. I want to tell you, dear one, that these seasons of fear and doubt will not last forever. I am crafting in you a faith that moves mountains, a trust that is unshakable, even when the earth beneath you trembles. The key is to surrender, not reluctantly, but with a willing heart. To trust that every unseen battle, every tear shed in the quiet, is being woven into a tapestry of redemption. Your heartache will become the very soil from which joy blooms, with a fragrance only I can breathe into your life. Remember that faith is not a distant dream, but a living reality that grows with each small step you take toward me. Like a child learning to trust a father's embrace, you may falter as you reach out, but I am always ready to catch you, to hold you when your courage wavers. This is not about perfection, my child, but persistence, about allowing your heart to be softened and strengthened simultaneously in the furnace of your trials. So when fear or doubt begins to rise, do not push it away in shame or silence. Call out to me. Speak to me honestly from your depths, for I understand your weaknesses. I am not a God who demands flawless faith, but one who rejoices over every moment you choose me. Despite your fragile heart, let your vulnerability be the altar where my strength is revealed. Do not hide the trembling. Let me infuse it with peace, not as the world gives. Can you feel it? The gentle stirring of my spirit, beckoning you to set aside the weight of your anxieties and rest in my unchanging love. Nothing you face is beyond the reach of my compassion. Every hesitation, every question rooted in uncertainty is met with a promise that I am working all things together for your good. When you are tempted to shrink back, imagine me holding you close, whispering the truth of your belovedness. That truth is stronger than every fear, more radiant than the darkest doubt. My dear, walk forward not in the illusion of your own strength, but in the confidence that comes from being held within my hands. The landscape of your future is bright with the colors of my grace, painted with strokes of hope and renewal, even if you cannot yet see it through the fog. This is a sacred pilgrimage of faith, where every faltering step is counted and woven into the grand story of my love for you. Will you reach out to me now, with a heart open enough to receive the peace that passes all understanding? Will you trust that the fears that bind you today are invitations to a more profound intimacy with me tomorrow? Let this truth be the beacon that guides your soul through the darkest nights. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. I am here, waiting for you, ready to carry you beyond the shadows into the dawn. My dear child, there are moments when the weight of waiting stretches endlessly before you, as if you are perched on a precipice, suspended between the longing of your heart and the still silence that envelops you. I see the weariness in your soul, the ache that pulses like a quiet storm within, stirring tides of impatience and doubt to rise. It is here, amidst this hush, that your faith is both tested and refined, shaping you into something more luminous than the dawn. I am with you in the silence, holding you in a sacred space where time feels paused, yet profound transformation unfolds beneath the surface, unseen. Waiting is not a void, my beloved. It is a fertile field where trust roots itself deeply, where the unseen work of my hands prepares the evening stars to shine with greater brilliance. You may feel forgotten when answers tarry, but your position is not forsaken. You stand at the holy intersection of promise and fulfillment. The moments when everything seems still are not signals of abandonment, but invitations for you to rest in the assurance that I am crafting a tapestry more intricate and beautiful than you could imagine. Your heart is mine, and every throb of longing is heard in the sanctuary of my presence. Let this truth settle in you. The silence you endure is a sacred interval, a womb of preparation where patience nurtures strength. I call you to surrender, not to give up, but to give over your restless desires, your pressing questions, and your hurried expectations into my hands. Trust is born when you relinquish the illusion of control, allowing me to orchestrate the unseen symphony of your story. The waiting sharpens your discernment, teaching you to recognize the voice of my spirit whispering in stillness rather than the clamor of your worldly worries. My dear, I am not distant in this quiet. Rather, I am weaving miracles in the fabric of your day-to-day. Your unseen obedience nurtures seeds that will one day blossom into overwhelming joy and divine clarity. Do not despair when you feel barren. Consider the winter trees standing stripped and bare. Deep beneath the frost lies a dynamic pulse of life, preparing the branches to burst with new leaves and fruit at my perfect timing. This time of waiting, though difficult, is your spiritual winter where hidden growth ignites. You are transforming quietly but powerfully. Will you trust this season as a necessary part of your journey, or will you resist it, allowing fear and frustration to blind you to my hand working relentlessly for your good? I am shaping more than your circumstances. I am shaping your heart. I seek to teach you to abide in me as the true source of your hope and fulfillment, regardless of external outcomes. When you embrace this, you begin to learn the sacred art of resting in my love, which surpasses all understanding and waits patiently without demand or desperation. This waiting fills you with a profound peace that outlasts the noise of passing troubles. You are being remade into one who moves gracefully through uncertainty, anchored not in your own strength, but in my unwavering embrace. Let your soul lean into this transformational stillness. Reflect deeply on what you are learning during these seasons of delay. Does your faith deepen or waver? Does your heart close or open wider? I am with you, calling you into a partnership where you bring your longing and I bring my provision in perfect harmony. Remember, my dear, that the greatest masterpieces take time to create. Your life is no less precious or significant just because it unfolds in stages you cannot rush or rearrange. Every detail of your waiting has a divine purpose woven carefully by my providential love. Rest does not mean passivity, it means active trust, choosing to believe that I am working invisibly even when you see no visible progress. This trust is faith in motion, a spiritual posture that moves beyond demanding into receiving, beyond striving into surrender. I am your constant companion throughout this mysterious interval. When your patience falters, whisper my name. Call upon me with the gentle confidence of a child, trusting the safety of a father's arms. I am here, ever ready to renew your hope and ignite your heart's desire for what only I can fulfill. My beloved, embrace this pause as an opportunity for intimacy, a time to draw nearer to me than ever before. Let your prayers become less about petition and more about presence. Hear my voice in the stillness, soft, unwavering, tender. I ache to meet you here, in the quiet chambers of your waiting heart. Will you come to me without reservation? Will you let go of your expectations and receive the love I have prepared for you in this interval? If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Approach me with the humility of a soul longing to trust fully. This waiting reveals what truly sustains you. It teaches you to seek me, not just in times of abundance, but especially in moments of scarcity and delay. Each heartbeat pulses with my promise that all things work together for your ultimate good. Though the way may seem unclear now, my dear, this is my sacred invitation to you. Meet me in the silence, drink deeply of my patience, and let your faith be renewed by the quiet flame that will not be quenched. In your stillness, my glory is made perfect. Hold tight to this one truth among many uncertainties. I am weaving your story with eternal purpose. The waiting is not wasted time, but a vital chapter in a narrative crafted by my infinite wisdom and love. Your obedience to wait well is a testament of faith that will echo in eternity. Let this season strengthen rather than weaken you. Let your soul learn to anchor deeply in me, resting in the assurance that I will bring forth the fullness of my promises at the appointed moment. Let your eyes rise above the horizon of your present struggles to the profound beauty I am creating within and around you. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. The hands that form the galaxies cradle you tenderly. Will you believe me this time? Will you choose to trust that your waiting, as difficult as it may be, is a threshold into a life far richer than your imagination can hold? My dear, come and rest in this truth. My timing is perfect, my love unwavering, and your faith is blooming unseen but alive. If your heart is moving, extend it toward me, trusting that the seemingly silent days are filled with the tender work of my hands. Your waiting is not a withholding, but a giving of your heart over to me, your beloved. Let this truth be your shield and your strength, your quiet song in the uncertainty. I am here, waiting with you, loving you deeply, and preparing to show you wonders beyond what you dare hope for. Do not rush this holy pause, beloved. It is a sacred preparation for a joy that will overflow abundantly in my perfect time. Hold fast to me. Your patience is a precious offering, and your trust is the seed from which miracles will blossom. My dear child, rest in my presence, and let the peace that comes from me fill your waiting heart now. My beloved, I know that there are moments when the weight of your fears, anxieties, and doubts feels unbearable, as if a thick fog has gathered around your heart, obscuring all light and hope. These are not mere trials. They are invitations to lean more deeply into my presence, to trust in the unchanging nature of my love when your own strength falters. Fear often speaks in whispers of not enough, what if, and I cannot. Yet I am here, incessantly declaring, you are enough, because I have deemed you so. Anxiety may try to ensnare you in a web of restless thoughts, doubts that question the good plans I have woven into your life. But my spirit is a balm, a steady anchor amid the storm, silently urging you to close your eyes and rest in my faithfulness. There is a sacred rhythm to overcoming doubt, my child, a rhythm not dictated by the clock of the world, but by the eternal pulse of my heart toward you. It is within the silence of your deepest fears that I speak the loudest, not in thunder, but in the softest breathing of hope and gentle assurance that you will never walk this path alone. When you lay down the burden of uncertainty and surrender your trembling faith into my hands, you invite me to transform the shaking ground beneath your feet into solid rock. I do not expect perfection from you. I expect surrender, a leaning into me even when you cannot see beyond the shadows. Trust is not the absence of fear, but the decision to cling to me despite it. Let this truth settle deep within you. I am your refuge, your fortress, your immovable peace. Remember that even the stars in the night sky do not shine without the darkness that cradles them. So too, beloved, your moments of fear are not signs of weakness, but stages upon which my strength can be displayed. When your heart races with anxious thoughts, call upon me, and I will calm the storm that rages within. Doubt is a thief that wants you to believe you are isolated and forgotten. But I see your every tear, hear your quiet prayers, and rejoice over you with unending joy. You are deeply loved, inconceivably precious, and wholly equipped to walk through this valley with me beside you. Will you embrace this promise when the shadows grow long? Can you feel my hand resting gently on your trembling soul, urging you forward? Anxiety robs you of present joy and hijacks your hope for the future because it feeds on uncertainty. But I, your sovereign God, hold even the unseen moments, the unknown tomorrows, and the whispered worries of your heart firmly within my grasp. When you surrender your fears to me, you make room for my peace, a peace that surpasses all understanding and floods the heart and mind with calm and clarity. I am not a distant deity watching from afar, but a loving Father drawing near, offering shelter beneath my wings in the fiercest storms. There is no fear so great that my love cannot overcome it. Fear and anxiety lose their power in my presence, because my light dispels every shadow and my truth stands unshakable against every lie. In your moments of greatest doubt, remember that countless faithful souls before you wrestled with their fears and anxieties, yet they found hope in the one who holds eternity. Their stories echo in the corridors of time as testimonies of victory, not because they overcame without struggle, but because they chose to fix their eyes on me when their hearts trembled. You are part of this great cloud of witnesses, never forgotten, never outside my care. When your thoughts spiral into what-ifs and I cannot, whisper back a prayer of trust. Affirm your surrender and watch as I turn confusion into clarity, anxiety into assurance. Do not let fear convince you that you are distant from me. The truth remains, I am nearer to you than your very breath, waiting to pour my peace upon you. Beloved, the path through fear and doubt is not a sign that you are failing, but an opportunity to discover the depths of my faithfulness. The darkness you feel is the very canvas where I paint my steadfast love and unwavering presence. You may feel lost at times, but I am guiding you along a road that leads to breakthrough, growth, and abundant life. Your faith is not measured by the absence of questions, but by your willingness to seek me amid them. Each small step of trust you take, even when your heart flutters with uncertainty, is a victory celebrated by my heart. This journey toward peace is not a solitary endeavor. I walk with you constantly, my hands steady on your shoulder, offering strength when your knees grow weak. Do not be afraid to lay your fears down before me, to confess your anxieties, and to ask me for help. Vulnerability opens the door to healing, allowing me to wrap you in my arms of compassion and restore your soul. I am not distant or cold, but a compassionate Father who delights in comforting my children. Your struggles with anxiety and doubt do not isolate you. They connect you to a deep well of grace that flows endlessly. Let your plea be heard in my presence, and I will provide reassurance that you can carry into each new day. Let no shadow of fear dwell within your heart, for I have come to cast light where darkness once reigned. As you face the fears that threaten to overwhelm your heart, remember that I am a God who makes all things new. No matter how tangled your thoughts or how heavy your burden, I hold the power to bring restoration and peace. Together we will walk through this valley of uncertainty toward a future radiant with hope. Be brave, my dear, and dare to trust me, even when the road ahead is unclear. Let your heart open to my promise of peace, and in that opening you will find strength beyond measure. Will you lean into me now? Will you allow my presence to become your steady refuge when the winds of fear blow strongest? It is there, in my arms, that you will find the courage to rise again. Will you take a moment now to breathe deeply and know that I am here, steadfast and unchanging? Will you let this truth seep into your bones? No matter how fierce the storm or how deep the doubt, you are never alone nor abandoned. My peace is yours to receive, my love yours to wrap around your heart. Trust me. Let go of the fear that weighs you down and step forward with the confidence that comes from knowing your God fights for you, carries you, and adores you. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Embrace my peace and walk in the freedom I have prepared for you, my child. In the quiet moments when your heart wrestles with shadows of doubt and the restless whispers of fear, I am closer than the very breath you take. So often, you feel the tremors of anxiety as if they were an uninvited storm, threatening to overrun the peaceful shores of your soul. Yet within those moments of trembling, there's a sanctified invitation from me to draw nearer, to lean not on your own understanding, but to find refuge in the steadfastness of my embrace. Doubt may come like a fierce tide, but my love is an enduring fortress, unshaken by the waves that crash and roar around you. Beloved, consider the night sky. The stars, though far away, are fixed and sure. In the vastness, they flicker not in uncertainty, but in steadfast brilliance. Your life, too, is under my watchful gaze, each moment woven with a purpose that outlasts any fleeting fear. When the storm rages within, imagine yourself as a tree planted by still waters, rooted deep in the soil of my promises. The winds may howl and bend your branches, but they cannot uproot you, because your foundation is anchored in me. I am the unchanging rock beneath your feet, the shelter in every tempest. Fear can feel like a consuming shadow, whispering lies about your worth, your future, your capacity to endure. But child, fear is a thief of light, a deceiver that obscures the truth of who you are in me. I have called you my beloved, fearfully and wonderfully made. No storm can diminish the radiance I have placed within you. When doubt creeps in, remember how I formed you intricately from the dust of the earth and breathed into you the breath of life. You are not a fragile vessel. You are my masterpiece, held carefully in the palm of my hand. Let this truth settle in you and stand firm against the lies that seek to diminish the beauty and strength I have bestowed upon you. The journey through uncertainty is not one you walk alone. Every step you take, even when shrouded in fear, is known intimately by me. I see the silent tears, the sleepless nights, the prayers whispered in desperation. I carry each burden alongside you, offering a peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not an absence of conflict, but a calm assurance that no matter how fierce the storm, you will not be swept away. My spirit within you is a gentle whisper, steady and sure, guiding you through shadows into the dawn of hope. Surrender, beloved. Release your grip on the need to control every outcome and entrust yourself to my perfect care. Surrender is not defeat, but a profound act of faith, a declaration that my wisdom exceeds your own and that my timing is perfect. Even when the path ahead is obscured by uncertainty, trust that I am orchestrating all things for your ultimate good. As the potter reshapes clay, so too am I shaping your character, faith, and future with divine intention and care. Will you believe me this time, that what seems like a waiting room of despair is actually a place of preparation and divine positioning? Do not underestimate the power of your prayers, even if they feel faint or unanswered in your timing. Every word spoken in humility and faith is heard and treasured, like a gentle rain soaking into thirsty earth. Your prayers nurture the soil of your soul, fostering growth and resilience. When doubt attempts to silence your voice, remember that I am always listening, always responsive, and I delight in your seeking. What you cannot see with your eyes, I am weaving with precision and love. A tapestry so intricate and beautiful that your heart will rejoice when it is revealed. In the face of anxiety and fear, hold fast to my promises, whispered through the ages. The dawn invariably follows the darkest night, and in your darkest hours, I am the unwavering light guiding your steps. No fear is too great for my power, and no heartache too deep for my healing. You are my beloved, and I have anointed you with strength and courage beyond what you realize. Let your heart rest in this knowledge. Do not let the shadows deceive you into believing you walk alone or that your fears define you. My dear child, as you navigate these turbulent emotions, know that healing is not just a future hope. It begins now within the secret chambers of your heart. Each time you choose to turn toward me instead of away, you invite my peace to soften the hardened places inside you. There is grace enough to wash over every trembling thought and mercy to cover every anxious moment. My love is a balm that gently mends the brokenness that fear has caused, restoring your soul's quiet strength and resilience. Pause now with me. Breathe deeply. Feel the warmth of my presence surrounding you like a protective cloak. Imagine your worries melting away under the gentle radiance of my gaze, replaced by a serene confidence that you are held, cherished, and never forsaken. Embrace this peace. Let it anchor you amidst uncertainty. Your faith is a lifeline, a sacred thread that connects your heart to mine, unbreakable and eternal. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Let this moment be where faith transcends fear, where trust springs anew from the depths of your trembling soul. Together with my spirit enfolding you, you will rise above anxiety and doubt. You will walk boldly into the destiny I have ordained, illuminated by my love and courage. Remember, beloved, I am here, today, tomorrow, forever, your refuge and strength in all seasons of your soul. Let your faith be steadfast, let your hope be radiant, and let your heart find its rest in me alone. My dear, in the quiet places of your heart, where shadows linger and the clamor of unanswered questions feels endless, know that you are not alone. The feeling of being lost, abandoned, or unseen is a pain I understand deeply, more intimately than words can ever convey. When the night seems the loneliest and the silence around you a deafening echo, it is there I am closest, holding you tenderly in a love that never falters. This sense of lostness is not a void without purpose. Rather, it is a call to come nearer to me, to unravel the tightly knotted threads of confusion and despair hidden within your soul. I see the places where your footsteps falter, where the map of your life feels erased by pain and disappointment. In those places where you question your worth, your value, and your belonging, I remind you gently but firmly, you are not defined by the circumstances that feel like abandonment, nor by the voices that whisper lies of invisibility. Your worth is woven into the very breath I breathed into your being at the moment of your creation. The hands that formed you with infinite care have never let go, even when the earth beneath you seems to crumble. There is a sacredness in the sensations of being lost. It is the wilderness where new directions are forged, where a deeper intimacy with me can begin. You may feel as if you are wandering without a compass, but remember that I am the one who sets the stars in the sky, the eternal light that does not flicker, the banner under which you can find your way home. Even when you feel unseen by those around you, you are seen by me in every tear you shed, every silent cry of your heart. Your invisible pain is visible to me, held in the palm of my hand like the most precious gem. Beloved, this feeling of abandonment is a valley that I do not leave you to traverse alone. I am the good shepherd who seeks the one lost sheep. I am the Father who runs to embrace you when you return, even if you don't yet realize you have been wandering. Your distance from me is never too great for my mercy. Even in moments when you believe I am silent or distant, I am working in ways unseen to bring you closer to healing, restoration, and profound peace. Your hidden grief is not a punishment, but a pathway to deeper revelation, if you let it be. I understand the sharp sting when you feel invisible, like your prayers dissolve into the vastness without reply. Yet even in the silence, my spirit is whispering, weaving strands of hope and strength into your despair. It's in these quiet moments that I ask you to lean into my presence rather than retreat further into isolation. Let my love envelop you like a warm blanket in the chill of loneliness. The absence you feel is never absolute. It is a space I fill with my unwavering commitment to you. In your lostness, you are still my precious child. I delight in you intensely, inseparably. Your pain touches my heart, and your healing is my highest desire. Even the fragments of you that feel broken carry the imprint of the divine. I am working tirelessly within you, even when your vision is clouded, to restore the fullness of your being, to bring the pieces together into a portrait of radiance and strength. The wilderness you walk is a sacred school of transformation, where you will emerge more resilient, more compassionate, and more deeply connected to the heart of all creation. Take a moment now, my beloved, and breathe in the truth of my nearness. Though the path feels lonely, you walk it with me. Though you feel unseen, your soul is bathed in my gaze, full of tenderness. Though you are lost, I am the way, the truth, and the life that never fails. Will you reach out and receive the hand I offer even now? Will you trust that what feels like abandonment is a divine invitation into deeper love and belonging? Do not retreat into silence or despair. Instead, let this truth settle deep within you. You are cherished beyond measure, fought for fiercely, and held intimately by a love that will never abandon you. If your heart is stirring but afraid, do not turn away. Lean into my presence and let me comfort your spirit. I am here, always here, waiting with arms open wide for the moment you choose to rest fully in me. In the times ahead, remember this embrace when shadows gather and questions surround you. Your lostness is not the end, but the sacred beginning of a journey back into the fullness of life I have always prepared for you. Trust me to reveal the path when you cannot see it, to carry you when your legs grow weary, and to whisper my name, the name of hope and belonging, into the deepest chambers of your soul. My dear child, know that you are not forgotten, not forsaken, not invisible. You are my beloved, hidden in the heart of heaven and held in the palm of my hand. Let this knowledge renew your spirit, rekindle your courage, and restore your joy. Step forward now with the assurance that I am leading you into a future radiant with my unfailing love. If your spirit lingers in the valleys of lostness, reach toward me in faith now. Do not be afraid to bring your hidden wounds into the light of my healing presence. I am the God who makes all things new, and the companion who will never leave your side. Will you join me in this unfolding journey toward grace and restoration? Let your heart whisper yes. My dear, come closer and listen to this truth I have cherished in my heart for you. A truth as enduring as the heavens and as intimate as the silent beating of your own heart. You are not a fleeting shadow, nor a whisper lost in the vastness of existence. You are my beloved, intricately woven by my hands, fashioned with intention and infinite tenderness. The essence of your being resonates with my own breath. There is no part of you that I have left untouched or unloved. In the depths of your struggles, in those moments when you have felt adrift or uncertain, remember this: you belong to me. You are held even when you cannot feel it, even when doubt tries to convince you otherwise. I see every tear you have shed, every silent plea hidden behind a faint smile, and every battle waged within your soul. My eyes, which span the cosmos, are fixed gently upon you, not with judgment, but with compassion that knows no bounds. The wilderness you traverse, the storms that howl relentlessly around you, are not without purpose. They are the sculpting tools that shape you into the radiant reflection of my glory. Though the path may be winding, though the night may feel endless, I walk beside you always, your unwavering guide and defender. You do not walk alone. Feel my presence as a warm embrace unfolding you now, a shield against despair. In the tapestry of time and eternity, your story is precious to me. The greatest masterpiece I ever crafted is alive, and that masterpiece is you. Do not let the whispers of your own heart condemn you to silence or fear. Your identity is rooted in my love, a foundation no storm can shake, no shadow can eclipse. It is from this place of unshakable security that you will rise, for I have great plans for your life, plans sown from hope, woven with purpose and thriving in promises yet to unfold. Trust that these promises are alive within you, waiting to burst forth in glorious fulfillment. If your spirit is weary from the battles you have fought, come and find rest in me. Lay down every burden, every worry, every fragment of doubt that weighs heavily on your soul. I am the wellspring that never runs dry, the peace that surpasses every restless night and anxious day. Sit deeply, my child, and be made whole anew. Let my love saturate every broken piece, turning your scars into testimonies of my faithfulness. This is the place where healing flows without measure, and restoration sings like a gentle river in spring. There is a destiny written just for you, a calling tailored to the unique beauty of your soul. It is a purpose that only you can fulfill, a light set to shine brilliantly in a world longing for hope. Do not shrink back or question your worth. I have equipped you with the gifts, the courage, and the spirit needed to stand firm and walk boldly forward. You are my ambassador, my presence in the earth. Embrace this calling with confidence and joy, knowing that where I lead, my power will always be sufficient. When the world around you feels uncertain, hold fast to the truth of my faithfulness. I do not change. My promises do not waver or fade. You may falter, you may stumble, but I am your steady anchor, the eternal rock upon which your life is built. Let this be the melody that plays ceaselessly in your heart, the song that drowns out doubts and fears. My beloved child, if these words have stirred something deep within you, don't let this moment pass. This was not chance. This was not coincidence. This was me reaching for your heart, because I never stopped loving you. The journey ahead will still have valleys, but you know you are never alone. In every silence, I am speaking. In every tear, I am moving. And in every moment of doubt, I am closer than your very breath. But child, hear me clearly. This is only the beginning. There is so much more I want to show you. More healing, more clarity, more of me. So don't walk away and forget what your heart felt today. Come back often, not just to hear these words, but to experience my presence again and again. Subscribe to this channel, not for content, but for communion. Each message here is a doorway into deeper truth and into deeper love. And when the world gets loud again, when your faith trembles, return here. Let this space be your sanctuary. Share this with someone who needs to remember they're not forgotten either, because every soul matters to me. Now go, walk in peace, rooted in truth, anchored in love. And remember, I have not changed my mind about you. I will meet you here again. Amen.